Rittenhouse is not guilty. What up, folks? Real quick video. It is Tim, your boy, the handsome liberal. Rittenhouse is not guilty on all 5 accounts, to the surprise of no one here. Real quick, like I said, in every video that I have done, as I expected Kyle Rittenhouse to walk. I didn't like his actions. I didn't like why he was there, but at the end of the day, the video was fairly clear on the fact that he was in danger of serious bodily harm. So I don't believe there will be any serious uprising. People are saying there may be riots, and they have the National Guard on standby and things like that. There may be a few people protesting here or there, but at the end of the day, all 3 of these individuals that were shot, 2 of them losing their life, they all engaged Kyle Rittenhouse. Now, if I wanted to just examine the other side of this event, I will say that the last 2 people he shot, Rose Cruz with the and the other guy Gage with the pistol in his hand. These 2 individuals, Kyle Rittenhouse was walking down the street or jogging away from the Rosenbaum scene, and the crowd is shouting, "Get him, he just shot somebody." So those 2 individuals potentially believed that Kyle Rittenhouse was a mass shooter, or was an active shooter, and they may have been trying to actually do something heroic themselves. It's not up for debate at this point. The trial is over with and all of that. And even if that was the case, that doesn't take away from the fact that Kyle Rittenhouse had to defend themselves. If these 2 civilians are acting on some bad information, that doesn't take away from the idea that if they charge you, you gotta do what you gotta do. And they were charging them, hitting them over the head with a skateboard, doing flying kicks, and here comes another guy with a pistol. So nothing I can say about that. I told you before, if I was on the jury, I would have probably voted the same way on those 5 charges that they did present him with. And yeah, he walks. On the other side of the deal, if you notice, nobody's talking about the Arbery case too much, at least not in terms of my right-wing friends that were chiding Kyle Rittenhouse as a hero. You don't hear too many people talking about the McMichaels family or any of them, because those guys are going to jail. But we'll go back to this situation once again. Kyle Rittenhouse, the outcome was as predicted. Now, one of the things I do disagree on before I close this video out, a lot of folks are saying this is not a race issue. That's bullshit. What happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin absolutely was a race issue. If you watch right-wing news, when those riots were going on, you would think that 99% of the people out there rioting and setting shit on fire and looting were black. Yet when you see the videos during the trial, you realize there's a lot of white people that sympathize with the causes of Black Lives Matter, and ultimately everybody he shot was white. But I can understand sitting at home and being angry with black people if I'm a right-winger. I talk about this shit all day. I bring up the fact that Trump tweeted out that black people kill virtually all white homicides are committed by black people. He tweeted out that 81% of white homicides are committed by black people. If you believe that shit, it is totally understandable that you would hate black people. Because if somebody told me that virtually all black homicides are committed by whites, I would be at the very least, adverse to being around white people. I mean, it sounds horrible. And yeah, so when you watch right-wing media and they're showing nothing but blacks rioting, setting cars and shit on fire, even though there's white people out there and they're turning the camera away from them, yeah, I can understand why people think that, well, blacks don't know how to do things civilized. When they get mad, they riot and loot. Portland is a perfect example. The town is almost all white. And yet you would think Chaz or Choff or whatever they call that when they took over Portland, you would think that black people and Black Lives Matter was doing that shit. Because they know how to, we talk about the media being skewed. They know how to aim the camera and only record events where the black person is being the perpetrator. I hate going into racial shit on this from this standpoint, but rioting and looting happens from everybody. It's not something that only black people do. But because of the way the media has portrayed it, people instantly think when black people get angry, they're going to riot and loot, and when white people get angry, they're going to handle it in a civilized manner. That's racism. That's stereotypical bullshit, and it's racism. What do you think? Do you understand what the hell I'm talking about? Or do you believe also I'm coming to you from space? But once again, Kyle Rittenhouse, not guilty on all counts. Did anybody out there watching expect anything less? It's your boy Tim, the handsome liberal. Shout out to all those who've been watching the video, who's been down with me since day one, and I know some of you guys are. I see you in the comments, and I do appreciate that. For those who are watching that haven't been down yet, I want to ask that you give me that subscription. It always helps me when you click that like or when you hit that dislike and drop a comment. So keep up the good work for those who do it. For those who are getting used to me, starting to feel some of this shit. Talk about all things political and current events, and Kyle Rittenhouse is now in the books as a political and current event of the past. We'll go on to the Ahmaud Arbery case next. Until that video, holla at your boy, the handsome liberal.